It's a Navy town, and it's a world-class tourist destination, and it has some of the loveliest, quietest neighborhoods you'll ever see. And this Saturday, the city of Esquimalt celebrates its centennial. Of course, Esquimalt has been around much longer than 100 years. The First Nations people of the Coast Salish had been here for thousands of years before European settlers. The Township of Esquimalt began as an agricultural settlement. The naval base was established in 1865. The name Esquimalt means place of shoaling waters. A shoal is a shallow body of water. But here, community pride runs very deep.
I love it. Absolutely.
Historian and author Sherri Robinson lives in Esquimalt and loves it with a passion that very few of us have for our communities.
We are survivors. And I think it's part of that surviving that has made us want to stand alone and be our own unique place and be Esquimalt.
And to be Esquimalt meant standing up to Victoria and saying, hands off.
It was suggested that we start looking at it very seriously because if we did not, Victoria would simply take us. In 1890, Victoria arbitrarily decided that they wanted what is now known as Big West, and they passed legislation and took it. That was impetus probably for us to begin thinking about incorporation, and it was almost one of the first letters that the new mayor of Esquimalt had, or Reeve at that time, had to answer to the city of Victoria was that we weren't interested, so go away. That's punching the hole for the sewerage pipes at Macaulay Point. And that was the agreement between Victoria and Esquimalt. First sewer pipes went in.
Just over 16,000 people now call Esquimalt home. Despite being a very safe place to live, Esquimalt is still considered a little rough around the edges. Sherri attributes that to the days of Prohibition.
We're a little rough around the edges according to everybody else because you could come to Esquimalt and drink beer. Okay? We stayed wet when everybody else went dry. Now, you couldn't buy a glass of beer in Victoria until 1951.
And you were allowed
So
to Esquimalt?
yes, you could come. So you could come to Esquimalt or you could go to Royal Oak, and that's where you all came. Issues of during Prohibition of people selling a spoonful of alcohol out of a medical bottle along Esquimalt Road. So the police report came in to say that it was very difficult to catch people, but they had certainly found lots of empty bottles and things as they walked along. Now they're coming and they're discovering that yes, you can still go and have a lovely glass of beer in a very old pub, but at the same time you can see all these lovely, lovely gems that we have to offer. You've got wonderful Macaulay Point, Fleming Beach, you've got Sax Point, you've got High Rock Park here, which has wonderful views, you know, all over the place. I wouldn't live anywhere else. I really honestly wouldn't live anywhere else, and I have lived in a few places across Canada. Every place has its unique history and its wonderful attributes, but this is just the best.
You're invited to the Centennial celebrations this Saturday starting at 11 a.m. at Esquimalt Gorge Park. In Esquimalt, I'm Dan Kahan.